About 9:30, we got a 911 call of a stabbing that occurred here in the about 330 Division South. And officers arrived. Unfortunately, an adult female has been stabbed to death. Preliminary reports are it seems like it's likely a domestic situation. The offender actually stabbed himself numerous times, is in critical condition himself, transported to a local area hospital. So just another incident. Unfortunately, we've seen this domestic violence escalate to tragic circumstances like this. So haven't made an identification of this woman yet or made contact with her family, putting the pieces together. But sad day, and a lot of witnesses down here right across from Catholic Central High School. A lot of people, something that they didn't expect to see today, and really devastating for the neighborhood.
Any effect on the school day at GRCC that you're aware of?
No, immediately once we figured out what was going on, we realized there really was no danger to the community at large. Very quickly, we identified the offender was incapacitated and taken to the hospital. So aside from the fact that it probably disrupted the day a little bit for the kids that were looking out the window, at least, something very, very horrific scene for them to see, but no danger to the community at large. So, as you can see, Division Street's shut down here. We've had it shut both ways for over an hour now, and it'll be that way probably for another half hour or so.
Chief, were these people known in the neighborhood?
Yeah, our officers down here, we have a great dedicated team of police officers that work in the central district here, and they really are known to, as you can see, a lot of pedestrians still out here. And as I've been walking the sidewalks with them, they're on a first name basis with a lot of individuals, including the officers that responded to this incident and immediately recognized this woman. I believe the man as well. So they did spend a lot of time in the neighborhood down here, down at Hartside Park. So they're not strangers to us. It makes it a little extra sad.
For families who send their children to school here, do you have anything you want to say to them about their safety? Should they be concerned?
No, I think in general, I was talking to some of the residents here that live in an apartment, a gentleman who had just actually moved from Chicago, which is where I was from, and he was just remarking how safe this area is, even for a very, we're in as downtown of Grand Rapids as you can get here, and it's still a very safe area. That doesn't make the pain of losing a human life today any easier, but this is clearly a domestic situation, and something that as a city and certainly as a police department we've been focusing on, whether it's our victim services at the police department, cooperating with the victim services through the prosecutor's office. I think there's so much progress still yet to be made on supporting victims of domestic violence to make sure that we avoid tragedies of this. This is just to see a relationship end in a deadly stabbing is something that's tough to wrap your head around.
Have you guys been called down here before between these two arguing or anything like that?
That's something we'll take a look quickly as the investigation progresses. I know we have our team of detectives here, and that's one of the first things that we'll do is say, is there a domestic history here? Of course, the offender in this case is being treated at a local hospital and in very serious condition, had numerous stab wounds, I believe self-inflicted stab wounds, according to many of the witnesses down here. So should he pull through, we'll certainly seek charges against him, but that's a big if at this time.
What led up to this? Did the witnesses see a verbal argument starting before?
I don't have information that the witnesses saw any sort of argument. It could have been an ambush at this point in time, whether it was a breakup. It's tough to make sense of these domestic situations that turn deadly. I'm sure the story will come out, but I doubt it'll make sense to us.